Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy, your host for the Night Sky this week for July 24th, 2023. Welcome to wherever you're watching from around the world. And whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, I hope to see you here on a regular basis. I'm here every week. If you like this video, please consider showing your support by giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel. It means a lot. Liking the video, sharing it. It all helps me bring this webcast to you every week into your homes. And hopefully I can give you some interesting things that you find of value to you in terms of seeing the night sky. First off, the auroras, did you guys get to see any of them? They were really kind of a bust, I think. They didn't turn out the way we were thinking they were last week. I'd love to hear your comments in the chat. Watching, all of you guys, wherever you are watching from, please let me know. I love to see where you are located. Where do you do your stargazing, wherever you are? Why don't we just jump right in and see the planetarium program and what's in store for the sky this week? There we have the sky setup. This is my planetarium program. What I call this the Sky Safari Pro experience. It's a wonderful planetarium app I love to use, Sky Safari Pro. So this shows us what the sky looks like right now where I am. I'm in Montreal, Canada. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. The moon is up, folks. So during the daytime, when the moon is around first quarter, and that's what we are right this week. So actually first quarter will happen tomorrow, July 25th. And so around that time, the moon is actually visible in the afternoon sky. It certainly is, and it will be this week. So if you can, and you have some time off, and it's clear where your skies are this week, take a look. You'll see that moon gracing the afternoon skies, following the sun. It's really neat. And so this is the view that we have in the afternoon. But if we move this forward into the evening, the early evening, what I first want you to see is that Spica, this beautiful blue star, is next to the moon. This pairing is absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be visible in the southwestern sky. I talked about this very briefly at the end of the last week's show to give you kind of a whet your appetite, and I don't want you to forget this. So tonight, once it gets dark where you are, and maybe it is dark where you are, the sun has set already, look towards the southwest, and you'll find this amazing sight of this beautiful near quarter moon, almost half lit. The disk of the moon, almost half of it is lit, and just off to the side of the moon is this brilliant blue star. Now you may have to wait until it gets totally dark to see that star, but boy, it is gorgeous next to the moon. And if you're wondering, that star is called Spica. It is the brightest member of the constellation Virgo the Maiden. There you can see the entire constellation. This is naturally, we usually refer to this as a springtime constellation. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, that we're talking about, obviously, the months of April, May, and June. But here we are in late July. It's still visible, but it's setting in the west, following the sun. So we're kind of losing the ability to see all of Virgo, all of the faint stars. And most of the stars in Virgo, honestly, are pretty faint stars. You need to be in a dark countryside to really kind of mark out this faint constellation. But the easiest star by far is the brightest is Spica. And you can see here on this graphical representation there where Spica is in relation to the moon tonight. July 24th is the date today, and the two are very close to each other. What's really cool is that Spica is a giant blue star, very distinctly bluish in color. Take a look for yourself. You'll notice that color. And what's really neat is that it's over 250 light years away, this star. 250, that means the light takes 2.5 centuries to reach your eye. Is that like amazing? I think that's absolutely so cool. I'm looking here at the comments. I've got folks from Cyprus. Costas from Cyprus is joining us. I've got Jack from Santa Monica, California. Hey, Jack, great of you to join us today. Ilsa from Vienna, Austria. Faye from Jamaica. Welcome. Beautiful Jamaica. Thank you for joining. I hope you have some clear skies where you are. Gordon's here with us. Catherine is here from us as well. So lovely to see Ottawa. We've got Randy from Ottawa, fellow Canuck, just down the road, about 2 hours away from where I am located. Randy is, and I hope you have some clear skies. I got Jackie, Sylvan Lake. I've got Ansi Mary from South Africa. Wow. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name appropriately, but that is beautiful. You have beautiful skies in South Africa. Of course, Southern Hemisphere, very different from the Northern Hemisphere. Thank you for joining us. And no matter where you guys are watching, wherever, Corin from London, UK, take a look tonight. Look for this. And this is something that you can use just your eyes. You don't need anything. If you have binoculars, though, obviously the view can be more interesting potentially. This kind of shows you what you will see in a pair of binoculars, perhaps pairing the two together very easily in your binoculars. It enhances the view, definitely. And here you just get to see these two vastly different celestial objects pairing up in the sky. So like I said, this is for Monday, right? But look what happens when we move a day. I just want to show you what happens with the moon. Pop it off the next day. So this is Tuesday, July 25th. The moon will have moved off a bit farther, still kind of pairing up together. So you'll still see it. Make sure you kind of wait, be patient, wait for the skies to darken a bit. That bluish green star of Spica will pop into view better once the skies are darker, especially tonight, Monday, with the moon very close to Spica like that you're seeing here. That pairing will be just that much more spectacular when it gets a bit darker, and maybe perhaps take a photograph. If it's clear where I am, I'm going to try to take a photograph of this pairing and show that off on my timeline, on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You'll see it, folks. It might be something that might be really neat for you to see. And if clear skies is necessarily, binoculars will help because of the glare of the moon. I see Nori is talking from Portugal, saying that the moon is fantastic but can't see Spica yet. Well, once it gets dark enough for the skies, maybe you have light pollution, maybe, it's just haze in the atmosphere. It's very hot in Europe, I hear, probably very hazy. Wait until it gets dark and you might see that twinkling light of the green-blue star of Spica, the Virgo constellation's brightest star. Just gorgeous. So Tuesday, as I mentioned, if we pop it, the moon Tuesday, officially on Tuesday, July 25th, is the first quarter moon. We reach that first quarter. What do we mean by that? We see exactly half of the disk of the moon illuminated. Half of the moon. And what's really cool, I advise you, if you have a chance, is tour the moon along what's called the line, the terminator line. You see, I'm kind of moving my mouse up and down. This line, just move your binoculars, or better yet, if you have a small telescope, this is a wonderful opportunity to see some amazing features on this moon, because there is a lot of shadows that are being cast, and showing off the craters particularly are very, very impressive, and mountain ranges as well. So do look along the terminator line, first quarter moon. That's tomorrow, Tuesday, July 25th. Now, if we move to Wednesday, let me just zoom out again, like so. And we go back towards the west, and we're going to look to Wednesday. And I just want to move it up a little bit earlier here, just after sunset, half hour after sunset. What I want you to see is a pairing of Mercury and Venus. The two innermost planets are going to appear. They're closest together. You may have been watching them over the past few weeks. They've been getting closer and closer. Their absolute closest pairing of Mercury and Venus will happen on July 26th, this Wednesday, just after sunset. Now, the window of opportunity to see these two planets is short. You have to be quick because they follow the sun very quickly. You can see by an hour after sunset, look at that. See, Mercury is almost at the horizon already. So you need to find a spot that has a clear view towards the west, maybe a lakeside or a mountaintop or on a terrace somewhere on a high building, but looking clearly towards the west. Your best opportunity is to find Mercury will be to see Venus at first. Venus is going to be super bright, easy to see, and then use your binoculars to pick out Mercury. Once you find it with binoculars, take away those binoculars. See if you can spot it with your naked eye. It should be a naked eye view. The two planets are vastly different in their brightness, right? Venus is going to knock your eyes out, very, very bright, easy to see, and it's actually 50 times brighter than little Mercury. That's because Venus is closer, but also it's because Venus is enshrouded with bright, highly reflective clouds, and it's a much larger world too than Mercury is. And then look at that, you've got also Mars. Take your binoculars, look over to the left, and you'll see Mars right there, also making this trio quite interesting to see. And there's another star, Regulus, that's in between Mars and Mercury. This is interesting, a great observing challenge. Regulus, those of you that join me every week may know a few months ago we were talking about Leo the lion. Well, you can see Leo is really, really hard to see now because there's Leo an hour after sunset. Regulus is the heart of the lion. It's the brightest star in the constellation Leo, and it's kind of right in between. You probably will see it with your binoculars between Mars and Mercury. That star between those two stars that third star is Regulus. It's actually a star, while all the other three star-like objects are not stars at all. They're planets, neighboring worlds. So again, when is this? This is Wednesdays, when the two planets, Mercury and Venus, are at their closest. If I magically kind of go past Wednesday, there's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look what happens. Regulus and Mercury are close together by Friday night. Okay, Friday and Saturday. This is Friday, Saturday. But the Friday, the 28th of July, and Saturday, 29th of July, those two star-like objects, Mercury and Regulus, will be at their closest together. Quite a sight through binoculars. Again, this is I'm going to show you, what it would look like approximately in binoculars. Something like this. This is what you would see. The two star-like objects. Mercury, the inner planet in the solar system, the innermost planet, and Regulus, a star that's 78 light years away, paired up in your binoculars. It's amazing. And all this is happening just above Venus. A really cool sight for everyone. Something fun to do after sunset. Be patient, but don't wait too long because all of these will set an hour and a half after your local sunset. And then finally, we've got the Southern Delta Aquarid meteor shower that's also peaking this Sunday, actually. It's a shower that's been going on. You probably have seen some stray meteors, shooting stars the last week or so. It will continue into August. But let me just see if I can get this up. If I can, let's see. Not found. Let me see if I can get Delta Aquarids. Well, funny enough, it's not showing up, but that's okay. I can actually, let's see. Oh, for some funny reason, it's not coming through. I wonder why. Meteor showers. Let's see. I'm going to just go through the list here of what's visible. And this is what's great about this is Sky Safari Pro that I'm using. And it has all these showers listed and everything. And I'm just going to be looking through them. But I can't seem to find them offhand. That's no worries. I'm going to put this up probably after during this week show you where to actually look for these. It's not a big shower. Don't expect anything big. You can basically look anywhere in the sky for these. 15 to 20 shooting stars per hour. They're called the Delta Aquarids because Aquarids meaning they appear to originate out from the Aquarius constellation. So this is a shower that's visible to both northern and southern hemisphere. So around the world, 15 to 20 shooting stars per hour, peaking this Sunday. So I would say late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. July 30th is when it's best to see this. It's a great meteor shower to kind of whet our appetites for the big one, the granddaddy one, which is the Perseids, which are peaking on August 12th and 13th. So more about that in an upcoming show. But the Southern Delta Aquarids are peaking this Sunday. Find a spot outside of the city if it's clear this weekend. Get those lawn chairs, those blankets, put them down on the ground, get comfortable. Late at night, I would say after midnight into the early morning hours is when it's going to peak. Local time, wherever you are. That's the darkest part of the night, and that's when you'll see most of the shooting stars with the Southern Delta Aquarids peaking this Sunday, July 30th. So there you go, folks. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in more astronomy, of course, I invite you to check out my book, Backyard Guide to the Night Sky by National Geographic. It's a bestseller, available on Amazon and all other good bookstores. I'm also selling signed dedicated copies on my website. You can buy them directly from me, and I will dedicate it to whoever you like and send it out internationally. And I also have the same deal for my book, my newer book, Stargazer's Atlas, which I'm a co-author on. Very, very excited about this. This is a giant book, 6.5 pounds, and it's filled with all 88 constellations, and it's valid for anywhere around the world. And it has all the mythology, deep sky objects, science behind it, astrotourism, archaeology related to astronomy, everything you could think of are humanity's connection to the night sky, all included in this book. So it's really cool. I'm very excited about it. And I have signed dedicated copies for international shipping on my website, thenightskyguide.com. The links are right there. I'll put it in the chat after the show. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found value in this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot, allows me to bring these to you directly every week. All these little tidbits of stargazing information that hopefully you find helpful. So with that, I hope you stay safe and healthy this week. And until the next video, I wish all of you clear skies. Bye-bye.